Okay, folks, welcome back. This right here is about the Lumix S5II and its 85 millimeter f1.8. It's a pretty good lens. It's the same size as the others. So they have like the 18, 24, 35, 50, 85, and now the 100 millimeter macro, all the same size. So all of them are 1.8s except for the 100 millimeter macro, which is a 2.8. But this is the 85 millimeter at f1.8 that I'm going to be showing you today and how well it does on this camera. So without further ado, let's see a little slideshow. I'll go over here and start it and talk to you about each one. Now the colors are a little bit different. I try different settings. See how it looks. That's supposed to be black and it shows blue. And I've shown you this tree many times with the berries, showing you around the yard. And I don't have it on long. I just have it on standard. So it's going to go through the pictures very quickly. That's with the light on. I just realized I had the auto white on instead of incandescent. But at the time, I had all the shades open, so I left it on auto white. Now, I had the shutter speed a little bit different. I had the exposure compensation on, a -1 on certain areas. But when I got to the dark places at 1.8, you can see where it's blown out with the sun. And in the dark, it didn't do too well either. And I forgot I had it on the -1 exposure compensation because I just came back from the outside to do some pictures. But as you notice, most of them are in focus. And what I like about this lens, and you can see on these oil paintings that I'll be showing you, you can see the stroke marks. That's how clear this lens is. It does not weigh much. It may not be like your better, bigger 1.8 lenses, but if you had the camera settings the right way, which I didn't do, it's fantastic. But most of the pictures are sharp. They're just underexposed. That's all I can say. But in some places where it was dark, it had trouble focusing. And I want to stress that also. Also, you have to be like, I say more than a foot away from your subject in order to get it focused so you can take a picture. So right here you can see the stroke marks of that painting. And then when you put the camera to the daylight or sunlight, it gets dark. So after a while, I just put it in program mode and it did much better. This is off of a monitor screen, by the way. So you can see in different parts where it focused and where other parts was dark. I realized what was going on because I took a series of shots. And I put these here because that's why I went and underexposed. Finally, after this, I put it in program mode and the camera acted a lot better. So see, this is underexposed. Now I think this is the one where, yeah, this one right here. I put it in program. So the lighting is better, but I was having some focusing issues where I was trying to point it on the berries and it kept going to the leaves. That's with this camera. And you have to take it off a human or human and animal in order to focus better. I even tried using the joystick. I tried to recompose, and I was just having difficulty with the focusing on this camera. But in fairness, I'm new to the Panasonic, so I'm still learning about it. And I'm going to have to cut that bush down. Now, see, I try to focus on that flower, and it wouldn't let me. And I even backed up, and I thought I had it. Now I'm going to take quite a series of shots with the cat. I try to sneak up on him to get closer. But look at his eyes. He's looking right at me. There's another shot. So I did like 2 or 3 in succession. He turned, finally. I had to make a noise so he could turn back. That's probably one of the better shots. And there you go. That's how I ended it. So, we go back just a little bit. And I'll bring this up here so you can see it. Let's see if we can. There you go. I'll make this full screen. And I think I'm going to go to the end. Let's see, what picture do I want? Let me just pick one. I just want to show you how sharp it is. Now, this is in program. I think it's that one. Yeah, that one. Come on. See, that's what I hate about the mouse. All right, let's go back over here. Oh my. Sorry about that. So I picked this bush. I did something with the mouse. And anyway, let's go to 100%. It had trouble focusing on these. And what I hate about it is you got to go into the settings and change the auto focusing. But you see, I thought I was focusing on this, and I think it was focusing on that. And that was the problem with this camera. And I kept having focus problems. I tried different settings. Let's see, what else? No, that's dog. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go to the end where I was, just to show you this cat. And I'm trying to get him where he looked at me right there. We'll just do that, okay? 100%. And then I'll move him right like this. So it's a better shot, okay? And then I'll just keep going up. 200, 300, 400. Look how sharp that is. And this is kind of like in the dark. But look at the eyes. And this is not too big of a lens. It's light for an 85 millimeter on this camera. But look how sharp that is. So I just wanted to show you that. And I'll get out of this program. Leave it. I'll go back here to show you this. And I'm right here um, messing with the cameras again. I meant to do this one right here. So I'm a little color oriented, and I'm trying to figure out what happened, and I think I did the scene differently, but somehow it got messed up. So let me fix it a little bit. So what do I think? It's a good camera. I'm going to show you a few video clips of taking pictures of the animals in the backyard. But it's a great camera. I'm not going to spend a lot of time showing the shutter speed and all that stuff with this lens. The problem I had was I had to back up a little bit, and it took some time to focus. And in the settings, you got to change it, to like no focus, and then you pick what you focus. So I kept trying to hit the LCD screen in the back. I want to focus on that, and it gave me this box. So I have to go back and change the focus box to, a smaller area in order to get this camera working, because it just gave me a big box, and I don't like that. It's like when you're looking at a human and they turn their head, they have a box around their head. You know it's a human, but he's facing the other way. Whereas right now when I'm looking in this camera, I can see it on this eye, that eye, or a box around the head. If I move like this, I'm seeing it move back and forth. I'm in autofocus all the time. This S5II is doing much better than the S5II, okay? This is a 45.7 megapixel camera. This is a ZF, okay? This is the newest Nikon out. And this is 10-bit also, like the S5II. And if I go here, that's a Z5, okay? So I was going to pick this camera. I picked this camera over the S5, and I stuck with Nikon, okay? I'll go like that, maybe like this. It's a little bit too much, okay? Look how sharp it is. And if we go back here, this is the closest to the S5II. Well, the ZF also, okay? The only difference is this has a 30-minute record limit on, or time limit for video. S5II doesn't have it. Neither does the ZF, or the Z30, or the Z8, or the Z9, or the Mark 6, or the R6 Mark II on the Canon. So I'm going for the cameras that have no record time limit, and I'm going with heat management also, which can handle the heat a lot better. Right now, the S5II with that little fan keeps it going, and the Canon R6 Mark II is doing a great job. All my other cameras are overheat in this hot weather in Texas. So that's why I got this camera, just to test out the fan. I never hear it. Of course, we're in the winter time, and it's going to be cold starting Saturday till Wednesday, and it's going to be below 32 finally. So we're finally getting our winter week, and I'll stress this, 1 week of winter here, but then I can take any camera out and I have no problem of overheating, because I'm in kind of like Canadian type weather is what I would call it. But I'm going to show you some videos. You can see how the picture quality is pretty good on the Z6II. It's a great camera, all right? It just has a 30-minute record time limit if you record internally. If you record externally, it's no problem. It just depends on your battery life and your storage on your SD card or CF Express Type B card, which the S5II doesn't have it. So I'm going to show you one more time the camera, the 85 millimeter, and now I'm going to go to some videos, and enjoy. Okay, so this is the 85 millimeter f1.8, the Lumix S lens, and there's a crop. It's 4K 30. I think it's a crop. I'm not sure. And I'm using this lens on classical, so it's pretty bright for the white balance. All right, folks. Thank you for watching. I'm trying to go to the right camera now. This is a quick review of the 85 millimeter. It does great. It doesn't weigh much. It took some pretty good pictures. This user error kept messing up on the settings, but for a good camera and for a good price, you can't beat it. So thank you for watching, and remember, stay safe, keep smiling. Until next time, I shall see you then. Goodbye, folks. Have a wonderful day.